Yes, Prabhu.
Also, you can have a dictionary, and there it will be written sometimes that this is Syanda Dhatu, Lut Pratyay, and this is Tha Dhatu, Ta Pratyay.
What dictionary would you recommend, Prabhu?
I mean, you have to use in English to Sanskrit, Sanskrit to English. Sanskrit to English, something.
Is there any particular version that you use that you could recommend to us?
No, I use the direct Sanskrit books, so I don't use a dictionary, but there are dictionaries published from Varanasi. There are some good dictionaries there that is known as Shabda Kosha. You have to see whether it is available in English or not. Shabda Kosha. Samskrita Shabda Kosha.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Even there can be apps also. Samskrita Shabda Kosha, there can be apps from Sanskrit to English. Now Tadhitas. Pandavaha. Pandu plus Anan. Pandoho apatyam puman is Pandava. Pandu is a word, Nampada, and An is the pratyay, which depicts the offspring. So the offsprings of Pandu is called Pandava. Divyo. Div is the word, and Yat is the pratyay. Yat. Divi bhavo. Divyo. Okay, so the sloka is done. Sloka number 15 and 16. Panchajanyam Hrishikesho Devadattam Dhananjayah Pondram Dadmau Mahashankham Bhima Karma Vrikodaraha. Panchajanyam Hrishikesho Devadattam Dhananjayah Pondram Dadmau Mahashankham Bhima Karma Vrikodaraha. Read it.
Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjayah Paudram Dadmo Mahasankam Bhima Karma Vikrodaraha.
Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha Nakula Sahadevascha Sughosha Manipushpakau. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha Nakula Sahadevascha Sughosha Manipushpakau. Go ahead.
Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha Nakula Sahadevascha Sughosha Mani Pushpaku.
Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putraha Yudhishthiraha Nakulaha Sahadevah cha Sughosha Mani Pushpakau. Okay, read the translation.
Text 15. Lord Krishna blew his conch shell called Panchajanya. Arjuna blew his, the Devadatta, and Bhima, the ferocious Etam performer of Herculean tasks, blew his terrific conch shell called Pondra.
So what is the verb?
Limau.
Dadhmo. Dadhmo is the verb. In these two slokas, there is a single verb, dadhmo. And the two slokas are saying the names of the conch and its owner. Panchajanyam Hrishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya. So Hrishikesha Panchajanyam, Dhananjaya Devadattam, Bhimakarma Vrikodaraha, Mahashankham, Poundram. Bhimakarma Vrikodaraha, Mahashankham, Poundram. Next sloka. Kunti Putraha, Raja Yudhishthiraha, Ananta Vijayam, Nakulaha Sahadevascha, Sughoshamani Pushpakau, Dadmau. Again. Hrishikesha Panchajanyam, Dhananjaya Devadattam, Bhimakarma Vrikodaraha, Mahashankham Poundram, Kuntiputra Yudhishthiraha, Kuntiputraha Raja Yudhishthiraha, Ananta Vijayam, Nakulaha Saha Devascha, Sughosha Mani Pushpakau, Dadmau. Anybody? Varinder?
जी प्रभु ऋषिकेशो पांचजन्यम धनंजयम देवदत्तम भीमकर्मा वृकोदर महाशंखम पौंड्रम कुंतीपुत्रो राजा युधिष्ठिरो अनंत विजयम नकुल सहदेवश्च सुघोष मणि पुष्पको दद्मो.
Yudhishthiraha Ananta Vijayam, Nakulaha Sahadevaha cha, Sughosha Mani Pushpako Dadd. Anybody else? Viramdas?
Prabhu, I miss Patari post text, but I will try. Rishikesho Panchajanyam Dhananjayaha Devadatam Bhima Karma Vikrodaraha Mahasankam Paudram Pondram Kunti Putro Raja Yudhistiraha Ananta Vijayam Nakula Sahadevascha Sugusha Mani Pushpako Dadmao.
Very good. Prahlad.
Rishikesho Panchajanyam Dhananjaya Devadhatam Bhima Karma Vrikodharaha Paundram Mahasankyam Kuntiputro Raja Yudhishthira Ananta Vijayam Nakula Sahadevascha Sughosha Mani Pushpako Dadmau.
Right. So Panchajanyam Hrishikesho, Hrishikesha Panchajanyam, the Visarga got converted into O. So it was initially Hrishikesha. Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate. Ramo, it's not Ramo, Rama Rajamani. So Hrishikesha Panchajanyam Dhananjaya Devadattam Bhimakarma Vrikodara Mahashankham Poundram Kunti Putra Raja Yudhishthira Ananta Vijayam Nakulah Sahadevascha Sughoshamani Pushpakau Dadmau. So now you understood that how the slokas are being composed, and when we put it in right order, how it looks like. Okay. Now we will do the akanksha. We'll bring it into proper order with questions. So we'll start the question with the verb. Kaha dadmau? Answer.
कहा
वरिंदर जी बोलिए.
प्रभु जी कहा मतलब कहा
कहा कौन? कहा कौ के पढ़े नहीं थे आप, भूल गए?
तो प्रभु जी देन ये सभी नाम आएंगे.
कहा मैंने क्या कहा? कहा कौन सी विभक्ति है?
कहा प्रथमा व्यक्ति.
हाँ, और वचन कौन सा है?
कहा प्रथमा विभक्ति वचन एक वचन प्रभु जी, एक वचन.
हाँ, कौन कितने उत्तर आएंगे?
एक ही आएगा, फिर एक ही आएगा.
बोलिए.
ऋषिकेशो ऋषिकेशो पंचजन्या दद्मोह.
ऋषिकेशः. आप ऋषिकेशः
ऋषिकेशा
बोलिए.
प्रथमा विभक्ति के
श्लोक
साथ.
में.
यस. ऋषिकेशा
प्रश्न ही प्रथमा विभक्ति. कहाँ दद्मौ? तो ऋषिकेशः दद्मौ.
ऋषिकेशः पंचजन्य दद्मोह.
ऋषिकेशः पुनश्च कः दद्मौ?
ऋषिकेशः पुनश्च धनंजय देवदत्त
ऋषिकेशः धनंजयश्च दद्मौ. मैं सिर्फ नाम पूछ रहा हूँ. पुनश्च कः.
ओके.
ऋषिकेश धनंजयः पुनश्च कः दद्मौ?
ऋषिकेश धनंजय भीमकर्मा बरकोदरः.
No, I'm only asking the names. I'm not asking their designation. The designations will come later. First, the subjects will come.
Okay, then Bhima. ऋषिकेश धनंजय भीमा
वृकोदरश्च दद्मौ.
So भीम कर्मा is their designation. Okay.
ठीक है, भीमः. अच्छा, ऋषिकेश धनंजयः कीदृशश्च वृकोदरः दद्मौ? भीमकर्मा वृकोदरः च दद्मौ. ऋषिकेश धनंजयः भीमकर्मा वृकोदरः पुनश्च कः दद्मौ? न युधिष्ठिरश्च
युधिष्ठिर.
ऋषिकेश धनंजयः भीमकर्मा वृकोदरः कीदृशश्च युधिष्ठिरः दद्मौ. What kind?
अनंत विजयम.
कुंती पुत्रः युधिष्ठिर.
What kind of Yuधिष्ठिर? प्रभु जी जब हम युधिष्ठिर के बारे में बोलेंगे तो फिर हमें बोलना पड़ेगा ना कि युधिष्ठिर है।
अनंत विजय तो उनका शंख का नाम।
नहीं वही मेरा कहने का मतलब मैं पूछ रहा था जब आपने पूछा ऋषिकेशो पंचजन ऋषिकेशो धनंजय भीम। अब दोबारा क्वेश्चन पूछिए, दोबारा बोलिए क्या पूछा था।
युधिष्ठिर कौन है? कीदृशश्च युधिष्ठिरः।
हाँ ओके, देन इट इज कुंती पुत्रो राजा।
हाँ, कुंती पुत्रः राजा युधिष्ठिरः च दद्मौ। कुंती पुत्रः राजा युधिष्ठिरः पुनश्च कः दद्मौ?
नकुल सहदेव
हाँ,
दद्मौ।
नकुलः सह च दद्मौ। Now, ऋषिकेशः धनञ्जयः, भीमकर्मा वृकोदरः कुन्तीपुत्रः, राजा युधिष्ठिरः, नकुलः सहदेवश्च कं कं दद्मौ। न ऋषिकेश धनञ्जयः देवदत्तं, भीमकर्मा वृकोदरः पौण्ड्रं महाशक्तं, कुन्तीपुत्रः राजा
युधिष्ठिर अनंत
युधिष्ठिरः,
विजय नकुल
नकुलः
सहदेवस्य सुकोष
कुशमुनिपुष्पकौ.
पुष्पो दद्मौ।
So we will arrange the names along with their designations, and then which are the conches they blew that will come later according to the akanksha, the method. Okay. So Hrishikeshah Panchajanyam, Dhananjayah Devadattam, Bhimakarma Vrikodaraha, Mahashankham Poundram. Mahashankha is the adjective of Poundra. The Shankha actually names Poundra. कुन्तीपुत्रः राजा युधिष्ठिरः अनन्तविजयम्, नकुलः सह देवश्च सुघोषमणिपुष्पकौ दद्मौ. Now let's see what are the sandhis here. Panchajanyam Hrishikeshah. Here Anuswar Sandhi. Hrishikesho Devadattam. So Hrishikeshah plus Devadattam. So the Hrishikeshah, the Visarga of Hrishikeshah becomes Sa. Then Sa to Ra. Then from Ra to U. It was Sa, then Sa to Ru. Ru gets converted into U. And then there is a Guna Sandhi. U becomes O. Adguna.
A plus U, gun.
So there are four letters applied. Then this Visarga becomes O. So Hrishikesho Devadattam. Devadattam Dhananjaya Anuswar Sandhi. Pondram Anuswar Sandhi. Mahashankham Ananta Vijayam. These are all Anuswar Sandhi. Again Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha. This is also same. Kunti Putraha becomes Kunti Putras. Then it becomes Kunti Putraru. In Andhra Pradesh, they use this Kunti Putraru. Devaru. They use this Ru. Devaru. The Kunti Putraru plus Yudhishthiraha. Then Kunti Putra U Yudhishthiraha. Then Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha. This is the sequence. Sahadeva Cha. This is Chutva Sandhi. Sahadevascha. Sahadevascha. Samas. Hrishikeshaha is a samas. Hrishikaanam Ishaha. Shashti Tatpurush. The Lord of the senses. Hrishikaanindriyanyahu. Steshamisho yato bhavan. Mahabharat. Rishikeshas tato Vishnu. Kyato deveshu Keshava. So Rishikesha is a Shashti Tatpurush Samas. Mahashankham. When there is noun and adjective, it comes under Karmadhara. An object and something which is glorifying the object. So here Mahan Shankhaha, Mahashankhaha. So Shankhaha is the conch, and what kind of conch is Mahashankhaha. So this is Karmadhara Samas. Vrikodaraha. Vrika was a demon, and Bhima swallowed this demon. So Vrikasya udaram iva udaram yasya saha. Someone who has a belly, stomach like Vrika. This is Bahuvrihihi Samas. When the things designated depict somebody else apart from the words, is Bahuvrihi Samas. Kunti Putra, Kuntyaha Putra. Sashti Tatpurush. Yudhishthiraha, Yudhisthiraha, who stays stable in the war. Saptami Tatpurush. Dhananjayaha. Dhanam Jayati iti Dhananjayaha. Kartari Khash Rupada Samas. Dhanam Jayati. Someone who wins wealth is called Dhananjayaha. Tadhitantaha. Panchajanyaha. This is the only Tadhitanta word. Panchajanya. Panchajan was the demon. From his belly, this conch has been found. So Panchajan plus Nya Pratyay. Nya. Panchajani Bhavaha. Panchajanyaha. Panchajani Bhava. This is the only Tadhita used here. Panchajani Bhavaha. Panchajanya. So Panchajanya is the Tadhita. Rishikeshaha, Mahashankham, Vrikodaraha, Kuntiputra, Yudhishthiraha, Dhananjayaha. These are all Samasa. Okay? Any question regarding this? Anybody has any doubt can ask. No? Vrajendra Nandan, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat, welcome. So, anybody needs any clarification or not? You are clear, huh? Just to remember that this is Samas, this is Sandhi, and this is Tadhita. So once we will read it, when it comes to grammar, there are two ways, just superficially, You can read the pratyayas and the prakriti, and then you understand how it's happening. That's one way. Like it's given here. Syanda dhatu plus lut pratyay becomes syandan. This is prakriya paddhati. But how syanda plus lut turns into syandana, then you have to study the actual grammar. How the sutras are being applied and how with the sutras the actual desired word is derived. Is it clear, Viram Das?
Yes, Prabhu.
So what do you think is right, appropriate for you, all of you?
मीन्स
हाँ बोलिए.
आप बोल रहे थे appropriate for us means for studying this way or
Yes, okay. That you will suggest me.
it's okay. Prabhuji,
One way, listen, one way is that you read the Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, which will take at least 1.5 years or can take 2 years also because it's online, but minimum 1.5 years continuously if we study like we are studying this. That is a proper grammar. Like here I am saying, like you came across this Rishikesho Devadattam. So Rishikesha becomes Rishikesho. How it becomes, there are 5 sutras. You have to memorize the sutras and how it is being applied. This is one kind of grammar, which is the traditional grammar. And there is other kind of grammar where Rishikeshas plus Devadatta is equal to Rishikesho Devadatta. And then it will be written Visarga Sandhi. That's it. So as it is, as I'm saying here, the same way it will be written in the grammar book. That is one kind of grammar which will not discuss the sutras or the process how the Visarga got converted into Okar. Just you will have an overview. Oh, this is Anuswar Sandhi, this is Visarga Sandhi, this is Chutva Sandhi, this is Guna Sandhi, this is Vriddhi Sandhi. But how it happens, for that you have to do a detailed study. Is it clear, Viram Das?
Yes, Prabhu.
So what you think is appropriate for you?
Although this very process is appropriate for me, reason why? Because as you was just saying, I was thinking, despite we may see this online and read it, and it will probably be so difficult for us to actually understand. But by you using different methods and teaching and give us a wide range of understanding, I think this is the best way for me to understand as I go along.
I'm in agreement also, Prabhu, as we progress and we go along. As I underline and write and I research and I read, more I'm building and understanding. I mean, I am a very slow learner being English speaking, but it is showing its effect. It's just 2 weeks, less than a week, Prabhu. And I have gone through so much of things. I mean, it's so much of things that is just building there. I mean, I'm not a Hindi speaker. So as we go through Sundays and different things there, it builds Anuswaraga.
Yeah. So see why I'm not emphasizing too much on grammar now, because whatever I'm teaching, if you keep on write down, the same thing will come again. Sandhi, there are few sandhis that will repetitively come. Guna sandhi, vriddhi sandhi, anuswar sandhi, visarga sandhi, chutva sandhi. And when you keep on doing it again and again, you will have an idea. Oh, this was sa, and then becomes Ramah plus cha, become Ramas cha and Ramascha. Sa becomes sha. So this you will understand gradually. Kridanta, there will be a verb. Now when you study the grammar, there will be verbs that you have to memorize. The sutras you have to memorize. So it is a big task. It's not just a joke. You understand? It's not like reading Bhagavad Gita as we are reading. You need to memorize the sutra along with its vritti, means the commentary below. And then you will be able to apply it. And to get one single form, as I said, Rishikesho plus Devadatta, Rishikesha plus Devadatta is equal to Rishikesho Devadatta. There will be 5 sutras. I'm telling you the list of sutras. See, Rishikesha, those who are intelligent, they will like to write these things. Rather than concocting, you write down, then it will be easier. So Rishikesha plus Devadatta. First, this will turn into Sa, Rishikesas. Visarjaniyasya sa, there is a sutra, Visarjaniyasya sa. So it will become Rishikesas. Then Sasajuso Ru, second sutra. Keep on writing, Sasajuso Ru. Then you will have a glimpse of the grammar. Then what will happen? Rishikesha Ru, which was Rishikesas, will turn into Rishikesha Ru. You can give a space also, Rishikesha Ru plus Devadatta. Devadatta is the instrument. Looking at Devadatta, the da, all these things are happening. So Devadatta is not changing, but because Devadatta is standing there, this Rishikesha Visarga is getting so many transformations. So Sasajusa Ru, we got Devadatta Ru. Sorry, what was that? Rishikesha Ru. Now, Urti, there is a sutra, then it will get into U. Rori, there is a sutra, it will get Sasajusa. Then Ad Gunaha, Ad Gunaha. Then U will become O. So now you got Devadatta, Rishikesho, Devadattam. So this is just a glimpse. This is way. So imagine, just to prove one word, you need to do so many things. So to go through the grammar, it will take time, but this investment of time is worth, because it will be useful for the whole life. Why am I explaining? Because some students think that why am I not teaching the grammar fast and then this Bhagavad Gita? And when I teach the grammar, then the student expect, okay, this is too long. Can you go directly to the scripture because our ultimate objective is future. You understand, Varindarji?
जी प्रभु जी.
So this is a vast ocean of knowledge. And if you think that there will be a shortcut where I will just take up this Srimad Bhagavatam and explaining that, so this is a scholar gives his practically whole life to become a scholar. At least 12 to 15 dedicated years, at least 10 to 12 years dedicatedly he has to give, and then he will keep on practicing. Who wants to give so much time? Nobody wants to give, but everybody wants to become
Expert.
a scholar. Here lies the problem. This is sometimes the student thinks, oh, he knows grammar, but he is not willing to teach. It's not true. If I start teaching grammar, here there is a flow, what's going on in the Mahabharata, what is the story behind. So then they stood up in their chariot and blew the conch, and everybody was scared by the violent sound of the conch. So there is a flow. When I will teach Kharavasana or Visarjaniyasya Sajusaru Atorora Plutada Plute, and then the Visarga becomes Sa, and then the Sa becomes Ru, and Ru becomes U becomes O. It's a very dry subject. And it's not that there is no shortcut for it. Yes, this kind of Anuvad Chandrika, just they will write the two words is equal to this. And this is the name of the Sandhi, that's it. Like I said, Rishikesha plus Devadatta is equal to Rishikesho Devadatta Anuswar Sandhi. That's it. It's a Anuswar Sandhi. Under Anuswar Sandhi, so many functions has been done, but that we will not discuss about. Then Mahashankham, Himakarma.
At that time, we are asking about examples. No examples with. When you taught us sandhis, we are asking for examples, right? No, we are going from example.
Then when I teach grammar, exactly. So when I was teaching grammar, they asked, Prabhu, can you give some example how you will understand that the Visarga gets converted into Sa and Sa turns into Ru, Ru turns, what is the outcome? Can you explain?
Yes.
So this both things are interwoven. You understood, Viram Das?
Yes, Prabhu. Thinking about how you're talking about these subject matters. For me, anything you want to learn, you have to be patient, and there is no shortcut way in learning anything.
Yeah.
And then also, while in the learning process, you are being allowed to develop in so many ways, especially in discipline. And then we studying from Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. It is also purification for me as an individual while we studying and going along. So it is so much things is happening at the same time while we studying Sanskrit.
Yes. So what I think is ideal for the beginners, and especially who does not know Devanagari, I mean, for Indians also, it's not easy game. So what I feel, you go through the grammar, and I'm constantly repeating, this is this samas, this is this karma purush samas, shashti tat purush, and this is kridanta, this is tha dhatu, this is ingato dhatu, there is a verb in kridanta, and this is tadhita. Dhananjaya is a tadhita word. So just by repetitive hearing, these are being inculcated in your heart. That is called samskara. And what you are doing, you are studying Gita. But when you will study grammar, then you will think, what did I do? Here, even though you don't understand much, at the end of 1 hour, you will think, okay, I studied one sloka at least. So there is a satisfaction that I studied Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. because the devotees, their attention is on the scriptures. They don't want to take much time on the grammar. But grammar is such a tool. Without that, if you think to run any car without the engine, even though you don't see the engine, you take any car, you don't see the engine, but you cannot expect to run the car without engine. So it is inevitable. But this way, if we continuously, repetitively hear, and then suppose after a certain time, I start teaching you the grammar, and I will say that the Visarga, this is Visarga Sandhi, and the Visarga got converted into O, like Rishikesha Devadatta. Then you will easily catch up. Understand? So example, application along with grammar, both is more important. So I am teaching you the application part with a glimpse of grammar, and then when we will jump into the grammar, it will be very practical to you. Because if you are totally blind, you have no idea about the language nor the grammar, then it's more difficult. Rather, you know the language and then you try to understand the grammar. That is easier. Okay, sure. So you will try to conclude here. Let's see anything. So I will repeat again. What are the samasas? Rishikesha, Rishikanam Ishaha. See, when I'm saying Rishikanam Ishaha, this is Sashti Tatpurus. What I will teach you the next class, the Vibhaktis. I'll teach you the Vibhaktis, which are called in English case, yeah, Karaka and Vibhakti. So I'll teach you the Vibhaktis, that is important. Rishikanam Ishaha, the Lord of the senses. When we explain something like this, the Lord of the senses, it is a samasa. So there are two words, Rishika, Ishaha. Rishika means senses and Ishaha means Lord. But this is not Sandhi. Rishikesha is Rishikanam Isha, this is samasa. Rishikesha is a single word, and Rishikesha explains the Lord. Only it is used for Krishna, not for anybody else. Mahashankham, Mahan Shankaha, Mahashankham, Karmadhara is samas. As I said, that where there is a noun and adjective, it will mostly be Karmadhara samas. Vrikodaraha, Vrikasya Udaram Iva Udaram Yashasaha. Udara means the belly. Vrikasya Udaram Iva. The Udara, which is as powerful as the demon Vrika. Vrika. That's why Bhima cannot tolerate his hunger. When he is hungry, he has to eat immediately because there is a Vrika demon inside the stomach, which burns the food very quickly. But this Vrikodara, see, Vrikasya Udaram Iva Udaram Yasya. Someone who has a belly like Vrika. This Vrikodara is a samas, and this will only be used for Bhima. Someone becomes, so when these kind of particular words are being used for particular people, this comes under the heading Bahuvrihi Samas. Bahuvrihi. Okay, this is samas. First you have to understand this kind of words are samasa, and under samasa, what kind of samasa? It's Bahuvrihi. Kunti Putraha, Kuntyaha Putraha, the son of Kunti. It is Tatpurus, Sashti Tatpurus Samas. Yudhishthiraha, Yudhisthiraha. This is Saptami Tatpurus. Mostly there are Tatpurus Samas used. Dhananjayaha, Dhanam Jayati iti Dhananjayaha. This is Upapada Samas. Tadhitanta, Panchajanya, Panchajana plus nya. This is the only Tadhita, Panchajanya. Panchajane Bhava. So how to identify that this is Tadhita and this is Samas? Especially there are confusions like Kunti Putra is a Samas, but Kaunteya is a Tadhit. Both depicts the son of Kunti. Got it? But Kunti Putra is Samas, but Kaunteya is Tadhit. So how will you understand? You will understand
Samas
by
में Samas, but I understand Samas means two words. And Tadit means one is a word and another one is the pratyaya.
Pratyaya, very good. Very good. So here, Kunti Putra, the actual words are existing. Kunti plus Putra. Actually, it's Kuntyaha Putraha. Sashti Tatpurush Samas. Sashti Vibhakti is added with Kunti, so it became Kuntyaha. Like I say, Viram, Viram's house. So this Virams is Sashti Vibhakti. Kuntyaha, Kunti's son. This is Sashti Vibhakti. So Kuntyaha Putraha, Kunti and Putra, two words are existing in the outcome. So this is Samas. But when you use Kunti plus Dhak Pratyay, becomes Kaunteya. So the Pratyaya is not visible here. The word Kunti is only visible. And it turned into a new word. That is called Tadhita. So Panchajanya. Only Panchajan word is visible. And the Panchajanya, Panchajan is the demon. In Prabhas Kshetra, Krishna went to bring Sandipani Muni's son, and with the bow he scared this Samudra Dev, the god of the ocean. He came and he said, no, I have not killed the son of Sandipani Muni. He did not die in the ocean. But maybe you can see there is a demon, he lives here, his name is Panchajan. So Krishna went under the water, killed him, and he did not find anything. He found a conch. So Panchajan is the demon, and which was inside Panchajan is called Panchajanya. Like Dasarath's son is Dasharathi. Okay. Bharadwaje Bhava Bharadwaja. So Dhanam Jayati iti Dhananjayaha Kartari Khash Pratyay. There is a Pratyay used Khash also here, Kartari Khash. Upapad Samas. This is Upapada Samas. Dhanam Jayati iti Dhananjayaha. And Panchajanya, Panchajane Bhava. But this Panchajanya is a Tadhita word. And that someone can understand when he will know the Pratyayas. So it requires some study and memorizing. Grammar, you have to memorize mandatorily. There is no other option. And what are the things you have to memorize? You have to memorize the vibhaktis. You have to memorize the sarvanam pronouns. You have to memorize the prefixes. You have to memorize the pratyaya means suffixes. And each chapter has different suffixes. You have to memorize the verbs. And you have to memorize the sutras. And you have to memorize the sutra vrittis. That means the commentaries on the sutras. They are small, but you have to memorize, and then it's a fixed deposit for whole life. It's worth memorizing actually. And those who has a longing for it, they will do without any excuse. Then I'm teaching my students also, and they memorize. They memorize. It's a matter of concentration and dedication. Then you can achieve anything. But for Indians, it's a bit easier, definitely. They can read it easily because they are acquainted with the Devanagari. So that is the process. Then once you study the grammar through that process, you don't have any question. You get a new word and you can understand, oh, this is samas, oh, this is kridanta, and which pratyaya has been used, how the word became this. This you will understand when you will study the grammar in a traditional way. And if you study superficially, you will be able to understand, okay, this pratyaya plus this. But how it turned into this, you won't have idea, but at least you will have a superficial idea. Oh, this seems like kridanta, this seems like tadhita, and this is the verb. You understand? So initially, you can study this Prakriya Kaumudi, which takes at least like 6 months. And then that's enough. Prakriya Kaumudi, superficially understand the grammar. And there you will understand these are the words, these are the verbs, and these are the suffixes. On this side, suffix gets combined with this word or this verb. This is the outcome. This prefix and this verb is equal to this. This prefix, this verb is equal to this. This is the idea you will get from Prakriya Kaumudi. Okay? So we'll conclude the class here. If anybody has any question? Okay, sure. No problem. In you will find a sloka that what is the sloka? Krishna is saying that I have already killed all these Kauravas. You know, Nimitra Matra Bhava Sabyasachin. Hey Sabyasachi, you just become the instrument. So the students are the instrument, and I will complete the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Okay? Hare Krishna. So we'll see you again in the evening at 6:30 p.m. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.